All right. I had to reflash my entire ROM, and so now I'm not rooted. And I wanted to figure out to see if there's a way that I could get the ability to copy files from the internal memory to the external SD card without removing permissions. Because yeah, when you're not rooted, you kind of are gimped. So there is a way you can do this. Um, it's not as easy as the just simply copying and pasting everything to the external SD card, but there is a workaround. So let's say you have Astro File Manager. Okay, Astro File Manager creates two folders, one on the internal and one on the external SD card. You may not be able to do something like this. Okay, so I want to copy this ROM file, which is a Sega Genesis game, to the external SD card. So let's see, I'll show you. Let me try to copy this. I want to copy it, not move it, not just move it. I want to copy. Okay, yeah, that's the copy button. There you go. So I can't just go, okay, I want to move this over to the ROMs folder. I got a ROMs folder here. Oh, here's the Sega Genesis folder right here, and I want to paste it in. And it says external SD card write permission, the ability, blah, blah, blah. So basically says you can't move that. But if I was to go to the same file, take that, and I want to, same thing, nope, not delete it, copy it, and I want to go over to the SD card. We go to that's I was in the right places. The SD card one, Android, data, and here's the folder on the data folder that is associated with this file manager. You can go into that folder, create a new folder, call it, which you wouldn't be able to do this anywhere else, but call it Sega, or just call it Gen, like I do on there, and just hit yeah, no. Call it Gen, hit create, and it let me create a folder, so it let me write to the external SD card, and now I hit paste, and voila, there it is on the external SD card. Now, if there's no file or folder associated with that, if you don't have a folder associated with the data folder on the internal memory, let's say I'll give you an example. ES File Explorer, which now comes prepackaged with the Shield tablet, if I can find it, does not create a folder on the external SD card. So you go to data and you'll see here, right here, this right here that keeps turning blue, that's the folder that you're going to need to create in the same directory on your external SD card. And you may have to do that on your PC because you will not be allowed to write that folder to the external SD card with the stupid permission crap. So you're going to have to basically, I normally just dragged it onto my desktop, and then I put in I plugged the tablet in with a USB cable, and I open up the SD card folder and just drag that folder right into the Android data folder, and then from there I'm able to write any files I want to the folder. So say same crap here. Let me try to go. Let's go here. And I just want to simply, I don't know, I don't have any music on here. I stream it all. I'm going to try to find a file here. Oh, I have the same folders, the same files. So here we have the Truxton zip. And I want to move it over to, I want to copy that to the external SD card. So this is the same process, and I want to put it in the ROMs folder in Gen. And it tells me this thing. It says you have to select the what SD card is for the permission thing, whatever the fuck. Once I do that, I click on this and it says, unfortunately, documents have stopped. So it doesn't work, and then it says copy task has failed because of the write permissions. However, if I take the same exact thing and I state that I want to move it, and I go over to the Android, data, and this folder right here, the folder associated with this file manager, I hit OK, it moves it. And even though it's not showing it, if I hit refresh, it should show up. If I could find refresh. There was a refresh button. Yeah, here we go. And yeah, now I'm in there, and it's there. It's in that folder. It moved perfectly fine. So you cannot move files on your SD card like this. You can't just go and grab files right in the root of your SD card and move it around. But if you take those files and you move the files you plan on kind of copying back and forth into the folder you've created for your file manager, you should be able to move it freely around into different subcategories, different folders or whatever on the external SD card. So I can basically create a new folder here and call it ba 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 ba. And yes, and then I can go like that, and then say I want to move, say, this into that folder. I can go ahead and do that freely. You can take this, move it into here, and so now it goes in there. Same idea. You can do that with music, movies, whatever. It's just that you don't have write access to anything else on the external SD card. But you can create your own little file system in this specific folder, and you should be able to favorite this folder as well, so you can get to it faster. Somehow. I don't know how it works on here, but I know how it works on Astro File Manager. But that's how you basically move full files and full stuff. Now let me see about moving them back, though. Say I want to take this and I want to move it onto the internal storage. Can we do this? We want to just move it. I want to move this. Move it to. Okay, we want to move it to the internal memory. So we go to download folder, and it did it successfully. So you can move it back and forth between the internal and external memory, but you just have to be in that specific folder. And that's that. So just put all your files you plan on using in that folder. Thanks for watching. I hope that made some kind of sense.